weekend I do.
And I woke up at 4:30. I didn't go to bed until around 12:30 last night, 12:30 this morning. My wife and I watched a movie. You guys ever seen Kandahar?
No. I know that name. It's a town.
It's a town in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Or a province. Yeah. But there's a movie out that just came out this year. I'm not sure when it came out, but we just saw it on Amazon last night. Prime, like, you know, just watch it. So we started watching at like 12 or 10:30, and we normally fall asleep in like 5 or 10 minutes anytime we watch a movie or TV at night. We both stay awake the entire movie.
That's the best movie or show. You go on
Yeah, I mean that's. She puts on her murder mysteries and falls asleep. But we watched this entire thing last night. Stayed there on 12:30, and then I woke up at 4:30 this morning and could not go back to sleep. So I'll pay for it later today, but I'm not wired.
Sounds M2's dancing in your heads.
Say it again.
Sounds M2's dancing in your heads.
So what?
Machine guns sound dancing in your heads.
Oh yeah. No, that doesn't faze me. I don't have any issues with that. I stress over Jiu-Jitsu opens.
No.
Yeah, that's what I stress over. All right, y'all. Let's go and partner up some Smoshi drills. You know the drill. Our normal Wednesday start. And go. Keep your head off the mats and your hips off the mats the entire time. Work that core. And when you shoot up into single X, make sure you are pinching those knees and have a good tight position. Some long legs to climb up there.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like,
Like something's not right here.
something's.
Well, I was about to start critiquing. I was like, wait a second, he's not on a normal.
I couldn't even.
He's not on
I
a
know,
normal
I'm trying. Where's the top?
Get tighter.
End up doing a headstand just to try to.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
Time. Switch top to bottom. Put you away from the wall just a few feet, guys. And go. Put those toes out.
About.
Feel in, toes out. Keep your think about doing is split your armpit. So when you're, see how you kind of want the ant right there. And toes out. And then pinch those knees. Good. Make sure make sure you keep one knee in the field at all times. So now you're gonna take this knee over here, then bring this knee back, pause in the center, and then kick this leg through. Like staying for the right knee goes in the thigh.
At least doing it this way.
There, you're much better.
A little bit more.
Pull the toes out.
Stay healthy up there too.
Out. Good. There's those knees. See the space right here? No space.
Yep. That's better.
Time. Alright, we're working our Granby rolls. You guys, actually, I'm not even going to demonstrate. You guys know them.
Yep.
Hurt my shoulder just think about demonstrating. So, just get to rolling. Hands behind the backs or under your thighs. Keep your chin tucked. And roll the back of your head, top of your shoulders. Dave, that's much better. That really is, because you're getting the back of your head, which is good. Now just try to force yourself a little bit more. I want to see you push off with your elbow. So give your hand, use that elbow, push off, or push off, and use your foot to push off as well. Left elbow to push. Tuck the chin. Much better, man. You're close. You're so close. That was your best rep yet. Push your sit down, head on back. So you don't have to tuck your chin to your shoulders, you tuck your chin to the chest. Don't worry about your shoulder. And you're so close. That's better. You're right there.
lazy. That one I was not paying attention.
There we go. Back your chin. Back that chin. One more good one. Do the other one. You were good the other one.
Did or did not want it.
There you go.
Something I should throw in.
Good work. Good work. Good work. All right, guys. Last warm up. Down on all fours. Kick one leg through. Keep your hips off the mat. So the only thing touching the mats will be your hands and your feet. Your hips should never touch the mats. And go. Sorry, this doesn't hurt my shoulders, so I'm gonna do these with you. Alright, so I've talked about going into Kneebar defense and Toehold defense. We're going to delay that for a little bit. We're going to cover Kneebar Toehold offense a little bit more first. And then we'll do the defense afterwards. Alright? If you were here last week, we covered basic Kneebar from top half. We're going to cover that again. And we're going to go to the Toehold from there. Because I always say, where there's a Kneebar, there's a Toehold. Where there's a Toehold, there's a Kneebar. Alright? You can use one to chase the other to defend, and go back to the first one, go back and forth. So, here, right? So we covered this last week. We'll get some reps of this in, and we'll add on the Toehold. So we're going to start in switch base. So we talk about switch base. When I'm in this switch base half guard, I want to make sure I'm either all the way down. You got a new tattoo? No. You shave your leg, or it just doesn't grow there?
That just doesn't grow there.
So I want to either be all the way down or up high. All right. I never want to be right here in the center of his chest, bam, just because of that right there. He can get this grip across my throat. He can do a hip bump. He can toss me over. So I'm either up high, smashing him out, where I'm not on his hips or his chest, so he can't bump me up and over. I'm also kind of spreading him out a little bit, or I'm down low on his hips. I'm in tight. I like being in low of the hips because it opens up this opportunity for this leg, or if I can break, if he's trying to fight, trying to grip this leg, so he doesn't want me to pass, right? For one, it gives me this leg right here, or if I can break it, I've got a good way to pass, then I can start to work my way up from here. But we're gonna attack from here. So we're down low, I've got my elbow pinched in tight on his hip, I've got my hip connected to his hip, and I've got this bottom leg up underneath his leg. So this leg is not back here. I'm actually bringing it up underneath his leg. What that does is it prevents him from turning into me, all right? So I'm actually flattening him out by putting this wedge underneath his hip and not letting him turn into me. So I've got this little scissor action going on where I'm tight on him. Now I want to get underneath this leg right here. I'm going to stay down low, all right? Because again, he's going to want to try to cross face me and take me back. So I'm staying down low. Now what people will often do is they'll often post a hand in the back of the armpit and they're gonna push. Yep, that's what they'll often do, and all I do is hunker down. I don't resist it, I don't fight it, I don't try to force my way back into it, I just hunker down. And I'm waiting for him to, one, make a mistake so I can go ahead and pass, or two, I'm waiting for him to wear himself out, because he's gonna use a lot of energy trying to force me away. I'm just hunkering down, I'm waiting for him to make that mistake so I can pass, or start to step up and over. You got a hand raised?
Is there a way for him to escape and take your back? Since you're hunkering down, I feel like your back is exposed. Just curious on, is there a way for him to change the dynamic around while you're hunkering down?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, because he's got a grip to my far side lat, right? He could probably reach under there and start trying to work his way, but I've got a good hook on this leg right here. Now, go back to that grip. Arson actually does this. So Arson is actually really good about getting this grip and forcing his way back. I've still got a good bite on his leg, so it's going to be a bit of a stalemate, a bit of a scramble, or not a scramble, but a battle from right there. But that's why I want to stay down low and prevent that from happening. All right. Now, are there some tricks to get there? There probably are. I'm not aware of any one that's that easy, but I'm sure there's something. More often though, what you see is that stiff arm. So if people put that hand in the back of the armpit, that's what you typically see. Yeah. All right. So here we are. I've got this bite on his leg to enter into the knee bar. Now this is I call this a white belt and gi legal heel hook. It's a knee bar, but it's disguising a heel hook as a knee bar. So poster hand on the mat. I'm putting my other foot on the mat as well to pop myself up, and I'm sliding my knee across the waistline. All right. I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm not doing that. Posting my hand, posting my foot up, and I'm sliding my knee right across his waistline. I'm staying down. My weight is on him right now. All right, so I'm sliding my knee across his waistline. Then I'm adjusting my hand one time, putting this knee under this side. So whereas before we had our bottom knee, we had the same knee under that leg, I've now slid my knee under this leg. I've entered into honey hole. All right, so this is honey hole. The difference is where it becomes illegal for some positions when you start attacking this entangled leg. This entangled leg has to be between your hip and your armpit for it to be considered reaping or in an illegal position. We're not doing that. We're having this leg up here instead. This is what makes this position legal, the fact that the foot's up here and not right here. If I started to attack, even if it's not a heel, if I started to attack a knee bar from right here, this would be illegal in the gi, and it would be illegal in IBJJF unless you're adult brown or black belt, because they don't let you attack the entangled leg from the honey hole position, and this is honey hole. All right, you got a question?
Yeah, I remember when I was rolling with Gideon last Wednesday, and when I tried to like bring my knee up like that, knee slice, he extended his leg, and it made it hard for me to connect that. I was just wondering, could a factor be that like I wasn't close when I did that knee slice? Because I saw you when you swiveled, you already kind of had the foot kind of attached to your ear. I was just wondering, what's some things I can do to try to tighten that up?
So first and foremost, stay tight. Whenever you're sliding that knee across the waistline, that's the most important thing, is to stay tight. Don't stand up and step across. Don't lift your knee up and have your knee come all the way across. You want to slide right across this waistline. That's really the most important thing, is just staying tight. So here we are. We're in this position. We're down tight. We're down low. We've got a grip on this leg. We've got the scissor motion going on. I've got this knee wedged underneath his leg. Hands posted up. Foot's going to the mat. Sliding across his waistline. My weight is on his hips right now. Moving my hand one time. Immediately sliding this knee through right here. Scooping underneath his leg. So I've got a big honey hole configuration, 411 configuration right here. I'm going to grab my far side shoulder. I'm going to grab this heel. I'm going to pinch this foot with my ear. So this is a knee bar. So the pressure still is kind of the top outside of the knee. So this is still a knee bar, but it's got a similar braking mechanic to a heel hook where we're rotating the foot out. So we're rotating the foot out, and we're bridging in at the same time. All right. So we're rotating the foot out and we're bridging in at the same time. And I want to think about putting my back right shoulder onto the mat and looking at the sky. You gotta tap this first, by the way.
Okay. No, you've been stopping great at
Okay.
the order when I was.
I want to make sure I'm doing it right.
I've been lifting my hand up every time.
One time I forgot to tap when my coach was showing a cross-collar choke, and he put me to sleep in front of the entire class because I didn't tap. That's my mistake, my lesson learned. But so when we're here, ear is collapsed onto the top of the foot. We want to make sure this foot is bent 90 degrees. We don't want to have this foot extended. It changes the braking mechanic in the knee and changes how tight the position is. So we make sure this foot 90 degrees. We do that by pinching it with our ears, far side of the shoulder, grab the heel, and bend back. Now, there's a variation to this called the Mikey lock. Who's heard of the Mikey lock?
I've never heard of that.
Mikey Musumeci, one of the best in the world right now. He just beat Aoki with the Aoki lock that Aoki created. Mikey Musumeci is freaking amazing. So the adjustment, as this bottom hand goes below the heel, this hand cups around. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's definitely like it's tight as soon as you.
It puts it a little bit higher level. So instead of being down here, it raises right here, and then we go down. See, just down. All I'm doing is bring my ear down. So it just changes the mechanic of the braking motion. So this puts a lever underneath his foot, bringing my head down, pinching still,
cupping, and then bridging in.
So the difference here is this is 100% legal. You will get away with this. Some may argue this is a heel hook because now you've got this. Now, is there really that much of a difference? Not a whole lot, but some may argue that this is focusing more on the heel, whereas this is definitely a knee bar sort of thing, right? So just be aware that this may be maybe more likely to call this illegal. Technically, it should be legal, just like the other one I showed, but you just may have a different response from the ref depending on if you're going against a Brazilian with a Brazilian ref or not. So one more time, we'll get some reps in. Alternative, catch the bottom here, we'll bridge it. Any questions? All right, let's rip it out. 1, 2, 3. Man, that sucked. Every time. Every time. I get too excited.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be.
Yep.
Keep that right arm foot behind from the beginning. Left hand goes across to your shoulder. Yeah, there's the Mikey lock. But pinch your ear, and this goes around. Okay. Grab my other shoulder. So right here, I want to see this cut down here. Yeah, good. And then there you go. Your left hand goes to your right shoulder. Sure. Or do the Mikey lock either way. Yeah. But right hand goes across. Yep, good. Pinch with your ear. Good. Pinch it tight with your ear. Good. That's it. Good one is. Switch your hands. Oh, sorry, you're good. You're good. Now switch your hands to the Mikey lock. Right hand goes outside. Yep. And to the top of his foot. Yep.
Oh.
Pinch.
Okay.
We'll rep this for about 5 minutes and we'll go into the toe hold. Left hand goes to your right shoulder, not to your left ear. Good. Because you want that ear on top of his foot. Good. Good.
You're okay.
Take this.
There we go. The right arm underneath his leg. Good. Nope.
Sort of one thing.
Yep.
Is keep it tighter. Okay. Like when you're coming across, because you were doing like stopping and then resetting.
Yeah. The right hand on his leg, go back. Go back. Keep the right hand curling the leg. The only thing you need on that is your left hand.
Focus on getting real tight.
Put that weight
across also.
Put that weight on his leg, so be afraid.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hurt.
You're holding your own
Now
weight.
glue that to your chest and don't let it go. Yeah, way tighter.
So the first way.
Yeah.
The right hand. Left hand goes to your shoulder. Good. Real quick, guys, let's talk about it. Come here, Ryan. So I want everyone to do this with me, all right? A little 1980s jazzercise. Right arm, go across. Left arm, come up. Right arm, go across. So that is what we want. So the way we're doing it, the right hand is on the heel, all right? So first, right arm's under the leg. Left arm cups behind the Achilles and grabs your own shoulder. Right arm then comes on top of your left arm and grabs the heel. All right, that's the mechanic. All right, right, left, right. So the one that is on, the first one that cups the Achilles behind the ankle goes to your shoulder. Then your right arm comes up and grabs the heel on the outside. All right, so your right arm, the one that's gripping the heel, is on top of your left arm that's already on your shoulder. So it's right, left, right. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Cup the heel with your left hand, or with your right hand. Good. Pinch with your ear. Pause. gotta stop putting this elbow in his hand down. Okay, your weight should be on him. Right? I know. I think you're concerned about putting your weight on people sometimes. You gotta go with that. You gotta put your weight on people.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, and if your opponent's not fine, then you're gonna make them better by doing it to them. So you gotta put your weight on.
Okay, take everything you want. You're good.
That knee, but stay back. Stay back. Okay, let me show you real quick. Let me get up here. So when I'm doing this, so right now my weight's on him. I'm barely touching the mat. I'm doing this. I'm sitting back on him. So my butt's on him.
You have those legs
sitting on him.
Are you
not
just
up
poking
here.
down with like your?
This goes on the inside of you.
Literally sitting back.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sliding.
And then there. Yep. Yeah.
Better. I'd rather see that than the other. Right hand comes to the heel. Yep. Pinch to your ear. Good. So half row this time. Good, I like it already. Much better. Right hand comes out to the heel. On top of left arm. Right, I want you to slide this knee under a little bit more. There you go.
Oh, like.
Yeah. Like honey hole.
Yeah, more shallow. Oh. I wasn't thinking. It's early.
Fix that over here. That's good, Ryan. With that, go back to that grip. Go back to the Mikey grip, or the Mikey lock. Right hand goes across to the top of his foot. Good. Yep, good. Finish your last rep. Nice, that looked good, Gideon. Pinch that foot with your good. I want to see you really, really pinch that foot. That looked good though. Your weak side too, wasn't it? That was good. All right, guys, we're gonna add in the toe hold. Come here, Ryan. All right, where there's a knee bar, there's a toe hold. Where there's a toe hold, there's a knee bar. So I slid underneath. So exactly. So what he's doing, a lot of times people will immediately figure four, and instead of sitting here and fighting this, I'm just gonna attack it. I'm gonna slide my hand right through, get to the top of his foot, and go release, relax right now. When I'm trying to get a toe hold, I want to actually get his toes. I don't want to get the side of the foot. This is what most people do: is they get the side of the foot. I want to get the toes. I want to crunch in. Go through and get my own grip. Now, Craig Jones has been shown recently where he actually punches him, pardon me, reach the shoulder. He actually punches through deeper and uses this forearm with blade to blade. So that's an option as well. So he's going like really deep to his crook of his elbow, and he's using this motion. So keep that in mind if that's something you want to do. That's a good grip. Craig Jones says that you should do it. But I want to think about connecting my knee or his knee to the center of my chest when I'm doing this. Anytime you're doing a knee bar or an arm bar or many other positions, Kimuras, you want to think about the elbow or the knee being connected to the center of the chest. So what I don't want to be doing is just reaching like up here for this. I want to be right here into this and then sliding down. Sorry. Yeah, it's real tight. So I'm getting my position. I've got this nice figure four to start, and then I'm gonna slide down to the top of it. But I'm keeping it tight. So on the toe hold, I'm putting my forehead on the top of this foot as well to reinforce it. So I'm gripping the toes. I'm getting this figure four, or I'm going it even further if I can, and I'm bypassing this knee, putting my forehead on the back of my hand to reinforce this bend. So it's the whole concept of everything being tight, right? I'm not doing this. I'm not back here trying to crank in away from my body. I'm getting everything in tight, and I'm using the core of my body. I'm using the hook of my leg to bend this all the way in. My goal is to make his toes touch his butthole. All right. Every time I told somebody, that's what's going through my head is their butthole and touching their toes. All right. So just so you guys know that when I told you, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking about the butthole. All right. But that's what I'm thinking about. I want to make his toes touch his butthole. Whether you do this grip or the figure four, the key thing is to limit the space between the elbow and the back of the foot. So I'm not just out here, just touching with my toes, right? This is not the grip. I want to be in deeper with that grip, crunching those toes. So we come across, let's say he figure fours, no problem. I've got this hook right here. I'm reaching through to get those toes, sliding down his knee to the top of his foot. Then I'm bending it in. Oftentimes what he'll do is he'll release his figure four and extend his leg, in which case, boom, I can catch his foot with my ear. This is why it's important that we pinch with our ear. See if he's starting to turn away? I don't want him to turn away. I want to knee bar him, and in order to knee bar him, I want his knee facing me. Now with this variation, it's kind of like a heel hook, right? So it's a little less important on that knee placement, but I'm catching with this foot. If I don't catch it with this foot, he can turn away, right? So we just try the toe hold, he kicks away, I catch it with my foot, bam, my knee bar. Let's say I can't finish the knee bar, he brings his leg in, get the figure four, I chase it down to get the toe hold. That's why I say with his knee bar, there's a toe hold, with his toe hold, there's a knee bar. What you got?
So would it be smart if I can't get that knee bar to let him try to get the figure four? Like let him?
I wouldn't let him, I'm trying to get the knee bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I would try to finish it. Because you're giving him a defense that you now have to, you have to counter his counter. So sometimes I'll definitely bait people for that, but if I've got the submission, I'd rather just finish the submission.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright guys, rep it out, 1, 2, 3. So focus on hitting the toe hold. If you want to play around with that, kicking off, going back and forth, you certainly can, but get some toe hold reps in. Good, there you go. Nope, put that right hand back where it was.
Slide you there.
Good.
Here.
Yep. Now get that left hand down, but he's got a figure four. So grip with your left hand. Now reach through with your right hand. Get his toes. Good. Now poke that knee through your right armpit. Slide around. Poke his knee through. Yeah, good. Now put your forehead on his toes and make his toes touch his butthole. But see how he's already you've already got him fully extended? I would now transition to a knee bar. Okay, so pinch the top. Yep. Good. Good. But you had to pinch right.
I don't know if there's anything I should be on. I'd be a better hook there, but.
No.
Pinch right here. Good. Touch your right shoulder back to the mat. Good. Well, now at this point though, I want to see you slide underneath, put his knee up here to your armpit, slide underneath, and touch your forehead to the top of his foot. Yeah, that's how you want to finish the toe hold. Good. You're setting up for the knee bar by having that knee in your chest. Once he defends, if you want to switch to the hold, that's when you slide that knee through the armpit, and you connect to back to his foot before.
So when I get here, I should work on pulling that leg up more, or bringing my body closer to it.
If he's got the figure four and you can't get the knee bar, go and start to reach through, and you want to slide underneath. Maybe his knee, don't get looser. Down here. Let's reset.
When you're falling back.
So I'm wanting a knee bar, right? So I'm reaching through to get this knee bar, but bam, he figure forward instead. So I switch my grip, I'm going to reach with this hand, and now I'm going to slide underneath. See how that knee now to my armpit, and I'm up here. So I want my forehead now to be on the top of his foot. Now he let go. If he lets go, I've already got a good bend. As long as I can keep the spin, I'm going to finish the toe hold. But if he lets go and I lose the bend because he extends his foot, that's when I'm going to catch it and knee bar instead. Okay. But as long as he keeps that figure four to try to defend, he's given the toe hold. Okay. So once you get down on your shoulder, good. this is keep the finger from my hand. So if I got reaching through this arm, you can't get the knee bar because he's got a figure 4. Then you reach to just grab his toes. Good. All the way to the far side of his toes. Good. Now I want to see you slide underneath and poke his knee out this way. So slide underneath. Good. Well, now he gave you the knee bar, so don't let go. Try to keep the figure 4. Defend. So you're gonna slide underneath. Good. And now glue your forehead to the top of his foot, and now make his toes touch his body.
Dude, your leg is so long.
And there you go.
I'm having issues with the long legs.
At that point, knee bar. But what's your issue?
So we're going here. I'm hooking underneath, getting my arm up there.
So slide your left shoulder underneath him. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Here.
Yep.
Then
He's got super long legs.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
everything's locked up.
But yeah. Let me just try it on and see what it feels
Yeah.
like. So I'm trying to catch the knee bar. I can't catch the knee bar, right? So I put this arm through. To catch the knee bar, I can't. So I'm falling underneath his leg.
figure 4
Taking his figure 4, and then making his toes touch his butt.
Like so?
But the key thing here is I'm getting under his knee.
I was scooping.
Initially, I'm trying to knee bar him, right? But since I can't knee bar him, now I've got to bypass this. Now I've got to go under the knee.
Okay. Yeah.
Still figure 4.
That makes more sense.
Well, you having trouble? Does that kind of clarify it?
Yeah.
I think-
Part of it is that I was hooking with my elbow too shallow
Yeah.
because so here when I was
Yeah, you're
coming
too
to
shallow.
here, then
You
I
should
was
be
going
hooking
like
up here.
yeah, then I was going like this.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
That's getting me under there.
Yep.
So then
But this should be up here. This should be up here.
one moment.
Yep.
kicks.
Knee bar. Yep.
One sec.
And you were okay initially where you put your hand. So if I'm going to knee bar him, I'm trying to scoop back here. So I'm going to extend, right?
Right.
But if he's got this figure 4, and I'm just going to, because like this may be a little stalemate for a second, right? Like I'm not like instantly trying to get this. Like we may pause for a moment while we think
Right.
about it. Yeah. It's okay to do this at that time, but I've still got to bypass this knee. Right? So I can't sit there and fight for this foot from way back here.
Yeah, that's what I was
I've got to come bypass that knee, grab the toes, and then bring his hand up.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not too sure which hand does what.
You want to do it one more time?
Not sure which hand does what. Walk me through the challenge.
Got that. So I'm not sure which hand goes for which foot.
So initially, your left arm would go behind the ankle, right? Because you try to extend underneath his figure 4. So what I was just talking to those guys is this may be a chance I should
When he's going for those
for a
toes.
second. Because should I switch my arm? Is this my initial arm?
Yes.
So go ahead and switch it. Take time. Yep. You're falling over a little quickly on this one. So yeah, so right there. So when I come across, when I first come across, I'm sitting on my hip until this arm goes where it's supposed to go. Right. So if I don't have a knee here, I may stay on my hip for just a second before I fall down. You can still fall down. You'll be fine. But whenever they figure 4, I'm often still sitting on my hip. Figure 4 behind the knee. Up behind.
Up behind?
Yeah. So I'll often replace where my right hand is with my left and then start to reach through.
Oh, gotcha.
If I'm going for the knee bar, not a problem. I can still slide underneath and keep his hand where it is. But I often find myself with that pause right here. So I'll switch my grip. And then I'll reach through. But even if I don't switch my grip, I can still reach all the way through and fall under the knee. Yeah. And reach through.
If you were getting the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Pause real quick. Ryan, I want to see your right knee. Where is it? Through a little bit more. Not Ryan. Yeah, you're both Ryan. And this left foot should be on his hip. So left foot, I like to put right there on his hip. So I could drag it because that'll prevent him from moving. It'll kind of pin that in place. And this right knee.
Oh, yeah. Yep, all right.
Good. That looks good. Let me show you real quick. See how this is pinching? So I've got this knee pointed out. I've got a hook behind his thigh. His foot is right behind his hip. I'm actually spreading out. Oftentimes we talk about keeping a knee pinched. For this specific configuration where I keep this from the hip, I actually square my knee out. Okay. So I'm clearing that knee out, and I'm actually using that kind of wedge against his crotch and against his inner groin to push away from it.
Grab the whole toe. Forefinger grip. Ball to my side.
I only do that when I leave this back foot behind on the hip.
Sometimes I literally gotta word it out.
No, no, I do the same thing.
I got one more in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you, pause real quick. What you did here was you created more space from your hips from his hips, right? So instead of coming up, you want to go under, slightly under. Good. There you go. That's it. Forehead should be attached to his foot.
Yeah.
So don't be breaking away from your forehead. Put your forehead in the foot. A few more reps, guys. Spread. I feel like I have my feet in the right spots. Yeah, I like to put my foot up on the hip. Okay. And may just be, you've got long legs and he doesn't have long legs. So you have short legs, so you don't have long legs. You guys have significantly different leg lengths, which may be a challenge here. Also just flexibility. Really putting this toes up. Yeah, that's what you want. That's the goal. Right there. But everything, the rest looks good. You have the knee flared out. Almost. Yep. Good. Left hand goes to your wrist. Or yep, there you go. So I want to see your left hand. Go back. I want to see your left hand touching your right wrist or your left wrist touching your wrist. Yeah, good. Okay. Prying down. Prying down. Yep. There you go. Good. Might go on pause. This hand comes around, touches the top of his foot. Yep. There you go. Okay. And you're pinching with your ear. That looks good, Ryan. That was good too. Good job, guys. That all looks good.
Sometimes coach, you just gotta word it out.
Good.
Here, close switch base. Right this here. So here. Switch.
I want you to think about this knee should be poking through here, and you should be sliding underneath this leg.
So I'm getting closer.
Getting closer. Yeah, but don't give up. Finish up your done. Just slide underneath. Slide. Put your left shoulder down here. Rotate like that right there. Good. I reaching. Don't reach.
I need to get closer.
You need to get your body close to the foot.
Yes, sir.
All right, bring it in. We'll get some rounds in, get 3 rounds, so you guys can have 1 each with each person. Just come back in for a recap real quick. Back. All right. So just to walk through this one more time. We're in our switch face position. Both the hand to the mat. Staying tight. So I call it tracing. I'm tracing my knee across this waistline, and I'm dragging my foot. All right. So I'm not stepping up. I'm not stepping over.
You're literally tracing.
I'm literally tracing my knee across this waistline, and I keep my foot cupped. So my foot is actually almost like, this is like okay, I'm catching right there, and then I'm continuing on. So I'm catching right there, and then I'm continuing on and around. But I'm staying tight. I'm really tight on this leg the entire time. Once we're here, get my grip, point your figure 4. So this is where I talk about, we don't want to finish the toe hold out here, all right? A lot of times I'll see people relax. A lot of times I'll see people get this, and they're like, trying to finish it, and they won't finish it. They've got the angle, they've got the grip, they've got everything right, but they're using just their arms to go past that last little point of resistance. And it's really hard to adjust your arms. So that's where I talk about poking this knee through the armpit. So instead of being lined up right here, which you would for a knee bar, I'm now actually sliding this knee through, and I'm sliding my body and my head up to his foot. So I'm gonna stay in tight. Now I'm using my entire body to break the foot, carry the knee. Of all the things I want you to remember today, 2 things. 1 is staying tight when you're stepping across and really sliding across that waistline. And then 2, when you're finishing this, you're in tight, not out here. Okay? Any questions about the toe hold, the knee bar, or the Mikey lock? What you got?
So when you fall into honey hole and you're trying to fall to your shoulder, what would help me to get my shoulder in closer, like you were saying, is if I stay tight and put my head on his toe as I fall. That's what I think I'm interpreting.
Yes and no. So you gotta react depending on what the person gives you, right?
Right.
You've got a knee bar, you've got a toe hold, and you've got a heel hook, depending on what competition you're in, right? If you've got heel hooks in here, you don't have heel hooks in competition. But those are your options. You've got a knee bar, toe hold, and a heel hook. Depending on how he defends and what it looks like, I'm not necessarily immediately falling to my shoulder. I'm not immediately going for a toe hold. Typically, I'm going for honey hold to get a heel hook. And that's my goal. Really, I want to go straight for the heel hook. But if I don't like the response I get, then I may do the knee bar or the toe hold. If they figure 4, I'm in the toe hold. That's my go-to. If they figure 4, I'm in the toe hold. But I'm not immediately going there because that's not my first goal, right? So it depends on how they react and what look they give you. But I think I was talking to you guys about this a moment ago. I may actually pause right here just to see what I've got, right? So I may pause, he may figure 4. I can sit here, he's not going anywhere. As long as I've got this knee in my chest, he's not going anywhere. Because he's got to release this if he wants to move somehow, or he can try to come up. But as long as I'm sitting here and I've got this nice tight bite, I want to try to respond, try to do something, try to get out of this. Oh look, he just ate it. Right? So I can pause right here and think about my next step as I'm learning, until it becomes muscle memory where you have to think about it. But there's nothing wrong with pausing right here. There's also nothing wrong with pausing right here. So I'll do this sometimes. I'll pause right here, just looking at his configuration, trying to see what my next move is going to be. I've got a good position. He can't take my back from here. Because he's going to try. He's going to grab my hips. He's going to try these things. But as long as I've got this grip on this leg, he's not going to take my back. Right? I can pause right here. So don't be in a rush to drop your shoulder or put your ear to his foot. Think about what he's giving you, what his responses are, and what the right steps are going to be.
I think that's why a lot of my attempts when I roll don't work, is because I'm thinking of point A straight to B when I'm not thinking, well, I'm going to try to bake this, and if he gives me this, then that means I can do A, B, or C. I just think it's a straight way pathway, so I'm starting to notice I need to be open to more options versus just saying, all right, just go straight to this.
It all comes from experience, right? You guys will all roll with Mark. Is Mark fast?
No.
Is Mark explosive? No, he's not. He is slow and methodical. Now, of course, he's explosive. He has to be, right? But he is slow and methodical, and he makes me feel like a white belt sometimes. He's not outpacing me. He's not out exploding me or out scrambling me.
he is slowly and methodically defeating my moves. And it's very impressive to watch. So think about how Mark does those things. Trying to slow your game down and focus on the technique is the chess match, right? They're going to do this, so I'm going to do this. And it's how I counter. It's also anticipating what the movements will be and countering them before they even make those movements. So you know that they're going to figure forward. You go for a knee bar, so you're already preparing to go for the toe hold. So you've got it in your head as you do it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Starting in a leg entanglement sort of position.
How you want to start?
Go ahead and start in Ashi. Alright guys, we've got a little bit long today, so I apologize for that. We'll do some short rounds. We'll get 3-4 minute rounds in. Go ahead and go.
There we go. There's the food.
Yeah.
It's spicy. Just a smidge.
Step back in half guard just a bit. You should be in your chest, maybe bar.
Put that heel back in, your right heel back in. Put this leg with the left arm.
Okay, and making you work for it.
There it is. That was almost
That was slow developing.
You want to start this time? so hastily.
I missed it. Good job. Move the day. Time. Switch partner, slap hands, and go.
We're right. What's going on, Ryan?
What's up, bud?
Oh no, can I start on your Ashi?
What?
This one?
No.
Yeah.
You got it first.
Yeah, a little too loose there. Gotta stay down low. Alright, Ryan, let's see the move today. Remember this leg around the right arm? Yep, underhook. Yep, get behind his knee.
I'm trying to beat the lock down. I don't think you're here. We talked that to fifth.
Fuck.
I lost it. Don't make no difference.
You had a nice lockdown. Alright, slide that left knee across. Step over, slide that left knee across. Slide the left knee all the way across.
Well, damn.
Get right foot between his legs.
You got it first.
Bring your right foot out. So when you bring your knee in, hook your right
Let me
foot
when
between
you're
your legs.
especially good. That's just probably not.
Yep, that right foot in right there. There you go, good.
Galita, that's so hasty.
Good job. Yep, you like it. You gotta get in.
Really?
Yep.
Have to show me where.
Sorry.
Maybe we'll cover that in an upcoming class actually, because I've never really covered that much, so.
Good job.
It is a good counter to Ashi.
Up.
Well, damn.
That right arm in deep, right hook. Slide that knee across his waistline. Right arm in deep. Put his knee out his side. Cut his knee. Slide left knee across. And his hips. Good. Now slide that knee all the way through underneath. All the way through underneath. Keep on going. Now stretch your grips. Good. Right hand to the toes. Right hand to the toes. Right hand to the toe. Oh man, so close.
Stay by the bell. Thank
work.
God.
Switch partners, slap hands, last round.
Thanks, Ryan.
I almost locked up the Toehold from standing.
Did you? Good try that. Good thinking.
All right, Ryan.
Hey, so many Ryans in here.
I know,
All the Ryans.
Sorry, brother. Okay.
So stick your body
My
low.
brother, right? There's so much lever there.
Well, you're in DOA, part of the DOA. So your left foot is. It's easier to have that left foot in like traditional lash. You have a left foot.
Oh.
Yeah, you're in DOA, not here. Yeah. So it's easy to make that lash. Just because, like you talk about so much lever.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because it's fucking coming in. And he's got giant legs.
well, that's why I'm doing it.
All right.
Sure.
Oh man, come on.
I did, and then he just reached down and played. Well,
That's not good.
no.
Still what you want to fight for.
That's it.
Only arson. Or not arson, Arnis. I've said that. I've called him Arnis. I called him arson all morning. Meant Arnis. Keep that right arm tight on the underhook. Left hand goes to the mat.
There you go.
Slide that knee across.
There you go.
There you go. Stay low, so there you go.
And that's
Slide
why.
that knee across.
Keep
Nothing
fighting
out
that
there.
Keep my knee out.
Crossways.
There you go. So elastic. Good job.
Put your right foot on right here. Nice crotch. More. Good. Now slide that left knee across. Yeah, I just pass the guard. Just pass the guard. It's gonna do it for you. If he's gonna let that leg go, just pass the guard. Okay. Good. There's a bit of a counter holder, but not left. Keep sliding through. Keep sliding your left knee underneath that. So the way you counter that is you keep.
That's good.
Okay.
Well, down. Thanks, right. Good job, Ethan.
All right, line it up.
Good stuff.
You okay, Ryan?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, it's not big.
You guys look good. I saw a lot of people trying that step across. So Gideon hit a counter to hold on Ryan. Hey Ryan, who's the least sweaty?
Sorry. I tried. I didn't walk it up.
So I'm gonna try to touch his little leg.
I get it.
So as I come across and I'm dragging this foot across, he can reset it, and Arnis will do this as well. Arnis will hit his counter to hold.
Yeah.
The thing about this is he doesn't have control of my hips. The only thing he's got is that grip on the foot. So, one, it's gonna hurt, but the chance of him actually causing damage is low. So you've got to know in your head that yeah, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's probably not gonna be able to cause damage. So that's the first part of it, is just knowing the mechanic and knowing what needs to happen in order to cause the break. The other part of this is keep sliding underneath, right? That's when we talk about this wedge from this leg. This leg goes from wedging under this side to wedging under this side. This foot stays in place, right? But the wedge is what moves.
So if he grabs that counter toe hold, just keep sliding underneath, and your foot will drop down. He's not going to hold that grip. He doesn't have a strong grip, so just keep on sliding underneath.
So like, technically speaking, is reverse base like almost like a variant of the honey hold?
I mean, you could look at it. I mean, you could look at it that way because it's. I mean, I don't know.
Just ignore it. I just something out that. Thinking out loud.
I'm trying to see your heads at. So yes, your foot's on the inside like you're talking about, and my leg is going from this side to this side. So yeah, from that constant, that's the difference, right? Because that's really all we're doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any other questions? All right, y'all. Have a good one. Good job, guys.
Thanks, Ryan. Oh, thanks.
Open mat tomorrow.
Good seeing y'all.
And then gi on Friday. You dropped out this week, so I'll be covering the gi class on Friday.
I came in this morning and there was some mysterious water on the other mat. I had